Welcome to this edition of Chaos and Caffeine, and today we're going to go ahead and basically take you on my walk. So we usually do this during the week before everybody gets here, so you'll see lots of traffic coming in and me walking down the middle of the road in any case, because it's chaotic. But we're going to talk about 7-Eleven coffee. Now, I've noted, because we do a lot of road trips, that 7-Elevens have basically come back to life. So on like the Ohio Turnpike and even in Indiana, when I'm heading out to a job, we'll run into 7-Elevens at the stops. So I'd gotten away from it from when I was younger in the 90s and 80s, getting my coffee from 7-Elevens. So I went ahead and restarted, and it's been amazing. So today we're doing Hazelnut, and it's not too bad. Always good when you're taking a stroll on the road. And we're gonna stop here for a second because it is early enough in the day that everybody's arriving for work. So you'll see that as we continue. So speaking of which, we're going to talk about this thing about traveling. So for those who follow me on LinkedIn, you know that I tend to avoid air travel, even though the past month and a half it's been almost all flights. But it's not unusual for me to take a road trip that's anywhere 14, sometimes 20 hours in length. And there's a lot of service folks that'll do that, primarily to take equipment. But what I really enjoy about it is the chance to see the country. So when I'm driving along, I get the opportunity to see things that most people don't get a chance to. And when possible, I'll stop and take a look, things like that. By the way, I'm not using one of those selfie sticks. I'm a little close because I'm holding this straight up, which is good for the shoulders. It is, really. In any case, so I like seeing things like what's going on in the country. Once in a while you're traveling, you also see an opportunity to stop and have an adventure, to see different things. So even when you fly, you want to make sure that you don't just work all the time. So in the last trip, and we're going to talk about this weekend when I do the Chaos and Caffeine this weekend, and that will be the Battleship, Wisconsin. We were there because I was there with some folks from Joliet Electric, which is a motor repair shop owned by Hitachi, and a gentleman who do a lot of work with, Chad. He's a field service guy and a motor guy. So we of course wanted to go see something I saw back in, I think it was 2017 or 18, which is the old motor shop on the Battleship, Wisconsin, because it was identical to my old one. So we, stopped and took a look. Other places I've stopped, I've had a chance to see caves and caverns and a couple other things that are pretty cool. So whenever you get a chance, you want to do that. Plus, you get to see what's going on in the country. You get to see the forests, the towns. I've been through some pretty interesting areas. You hear about small towns, so you go through and not everything's concrete everywhere, and that's really important. When I'm in cities like New York City, I think people think that the whole country is concrete, but only very small spaces. Most of the country is green, whether it's farm fields, forests, beautiful mountainsides. I mean, this time of year, one of my favorite trips is to get up to the Northeast. All the deciduous trees are changing in color, things like that. It's really nice to see a mountainside that is turned basically golden and red. So it's just amazing. And it's something you can't just capture in a picture or watching TV, you have to see it, smell it, sometimes taste it, but that's, something else altogether. Hold on a second. I literally didn't get a chance to have any coffee until just now. So this is going to be a relatively short one. Just want to make sure I cover some stuff that's coming up and to do something a little different, get out and see things. Plus, this is my exactly 1 mile loop. I like to do this a couple of times a day because that's the downside of traveling is you don't get to eat well and you're sitting a lot until you get to a site. But usually, on a 14-hour trip, when I stop, it's to stretch for a second and do, add fuel, maybe grab a bite to eat, grab coffee, and then continue on. And you end up you don't end up with the best diets when you're doing that. Except, I think the past several years, they've brought back the healthier choices when you stop in these places, and that's always a good thing. Especially when you're starting to get a little older. But in any case, we'll do the Battleship Wisconsin adventure on Saturday. I got a couple of pictures. I'm trying to dig up the ones from when we were there some time ago, because I think I have the motor repair shop pictures and that. And then I think we did pick up coffee called the Whiskey, which was specifically blended for the Wisconsin. And then haven't decided what to do after that. But when we do cover the Wisconsin, we are going to cover a little bit of the history behind all of the concepts between reliability, maintenance, and RCM. So with that, have a great day. We're going to keep this very short. Enjoy your coffee, and once in a while, these lower cost things that aren't specialty coffees are the way to go. Thank you.